video is to demonstrate how to use the Next Generation Assessment template. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on File and click on Make a Copy. And then for the name of it, I suggest rather than doing Copy of Staff Copy, that you just put in your name. That way you know that this one's yours. And then you'll click on OK. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to replace the questions with your own questions. Now, I'm just going to demonstrate with the first question. So you'll click on Question 1, Part A. And then I want you to notice which one of these is the correct answer. So with the original question, what household pet is known as man's best friend, B is the correct answer. So I'm just going to go ahead and replace the question. And now the question that I added, in the sentence, the night that we heard the news about Jack was ominous, was dark clouds and a chilling breeze, which the following best shows the meaning of the word ominous. Now I'm going to put my correct answer in B where it says dog, because I'm, once again, making sure that I keep the same exact order. So I'm just going to go ahead and put in the correct answer right here. So, for example, I'm just going to say something like giving the impression that something bad was going to happen. Now for my others, I'm just going to go ahead and put in some other options, like giving the impression something fun was going to happen, giving the impression that something sad was going to happen, and giving the impression that something loud was going to happen. So anyway, then what you're going to do is you're going to just go ahead and finish up with that question. Now, what you're going to do next is you're going to edit your Part B's. And so then for your Part B, you might say something like, what evidence led you to your answer? And just so you know, choice C in this case is the correct answer. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the correct evidence in spot C. And then we're going to put in some other evidence for A, B, and D. And I'm doing this really quickly, so don't mind the fact that it doesn't have any quotation marks or anything like that. And then what you're going to have to do, which is a little bit of work, is you're going to have to do the same thing again. So then we'll do same exact things for the next three. Remember that choice C always has to be the correct one. So once again, I have to do that for the next one. So it is a little bit of work, but once you've done it, it's done forever. All right, now we're going to have to go back up to question 1, Part A. And we want to make sure that where it says you answered A in the next section, that it actually shows what choice A was. So, for example, right here, choice A, where it says you answered A, we're going to say you answered A, giving the impression that something fun was going to happen. We're going to have to do the same thing with your Part B, C, and D. So this was that something bad was going to happen. This was that something sad was going to happen. And this was that something loud was going to happen. Okay, so you're basically going to do that for the remainder of your questions. So just once you've done all of your questions, then the next thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to actually take the assessment. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So you're going to click on where it says View Live Form. And you're going to take the assessment and you're going to give the correct answers this time, because right now you're going to be making an answer key. Once again, I didn't change questions 2 through 10. And just going through this as quickly as I possibly can. And then hit submit. And then you're going to submit another response. And in this one, you are just going to choose some random answers. Unfortunately, in order to do self-grading, you have to have at least 2 responses. So unfortunately, this is just going to take a moment. Okay. Next, what you're going to do is you should have your copy in the previous tab. So you're just going to click over to the previous tab. And then what you're going to do is you're going to click on Responses and click on View Responses. And it's going to bring you to a spreadsheet where you're going to see your answer key up top and then your your test run through. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click on where it says Add-ons. And you're going to click on Get Add-ons. Or actually, there we go. Add-ons, Flubaroo, enable Flubaroo in the sheet. Then click OK. Then what you're going to do is you're going to click on Add-ons, Flubaroo, Grade Assignment. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to need to change the gradings for all of the Part Bs. So right here, I have a sticky note of all of the correct Part A responses. This is important. You want to make sure that you have all of your Part A's written down, because you're only going to count one of the Part B's that you see here. For the first question, the correct answer for the number 1 Part A was B. So that means that we're only going to count the second question 1 Part B, because that corresponds with B. So the question 1 Part B, if you answer A, C, or D, is skipped. You're going to have to do the same thing for all of them. So, for example, question 2, the correct answer was B. So for our Part B's, we're only counting the second one. And you always want to make sure that you do that correctly. So for example, for question 4, the correct answer is C. So when we get to question 4, what we're going to need to do is skip the first 2, because that's where they go if they answer A or B. Normal grading for the third one, because that represents C, skip for D. I'll just show you one more in the meantime. So let's say, for example, we're on question 6, and the correct answer for Part A was D. Oops, make sure that's in the where you can see it. So question 6 was D. So that means that for Part B, we skip the first 3 Part B's and we count the last one, because that corresponds with D. And you'll just have to do that throughout the whole entire thing, which I know is a little bit of work, but you'll be able to use it in the future. When you're done, what you'll do is you'll click on Continue, and then you'll just go ahead and click on the first submission, since that's your answer key, and then you'll click on Continue. And so now your assignment will be graded. It'll be pretty much enabled for your students. And so in the second video, I'm going to show you exactly what you would do once your students have actually taken it.